Top 5 games of 2015. Number 5, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I've been a huge Metal Gear fan for ages, and Phantom Pain just completely changed the formula and took it to such great heights. Just the mechanics of exploring the open world, infiltrating bases, and the stealth system led to so many awesome moments where you just be sneaking around, meticulously marking enemies, and all of a sudden one thing would go wrong. A truck would come by, a guard you didn't mark would spot you, and everything would go to shit. And things going to shit in Metal Gear Solid were some of the best moments I've had this year. Such tension, just like gripping the controller. And in the same vein, Rocket League is my number 4. This is like one of the first games that's ever made me like really just like jump out of my seat, just yelling at my television. I had such a great time playing multiplayer matches online with strangers and with the GameSpot crew. Every time I'd pick it up and play, I just feel such excitement and joy every time I scored the goal, got a near miss, made an epic save. And even when I lost, I still had a really good time with it. That feeling of driving a car and trying to make it hit a soccer ball is so awkward, but so satisfying when you manage to do it right. And the fact that so many people are still playing it really is testament to how good that game is. Number 3, Heroes of the Storm for PC. I played a lot of Dota 2. I don't have the time for that anymore. So Heroes of the Storm is what I call Dota 2 for adults, because you only need to put away 20 minutes for a match. And you know that in that 20 minutes, you're gonna have nothing but action. You're gonna have nothing but team fights all the time. You skill up really quickly. Any low points that you do have will quickly be washed away by the next big moment or the next match. So I have no problem in putting away 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour of my afternoon away to just play a few matches of Heroes of the Storm. Number 2 is Her Story. Her Story is one of the most sort of unique ways to sort of engage with and explore a narrative world in games, like probably ever. The fact that your progress is solely determined by your own willingness to sort of deep dive within these sort of little video clips and piece them together in your own mind and sort of create the story for yourself, which can lead to varying theories about what actually happened. It's so interesting, it's so unique, and I like the fact that Her Story does that. The game doesn't assume that you're an idiot and you need the story fed to you by spoon. The way that it takes the story one way and then takes the story a completely different direction, and the fact that that's not really manufactured, it's all on your terms because you're controlling what goes where and when things come up is just so clever. I just can't praise that game highly enough. But the game I definitely sunk the most hours into this year is Cities Skylines, which is the SimCity that never was. It's the ultimate city building game. When I was a kid, I loved SimCity, and I love games that are sort of set in present day reality. And Cities Skylines is the best city building game ever. The tools are so nice to use. The traffic and the public transport system are amazing. The way the citizens work, where they all sort of have their own homes and have a job and live and die and move house and all that kind of stuff. And all of those systems working together in a little ant farm is amazing to see. It creates problems, in your city that you can actually solve. And the modding support has been so great. There is basically an infinite amount of new buildings, assets, maps for you to use. Like, it's the game that I don't think I'll ever get sick of playing. Cities Skylines is just the pinnacle of the genre, and it's a genre that I really, really love. So I can always see myself going back to play it, like probably years from now, and that's why it's my game of the year.